Alright everyone, how's it going? Jerry Martin here, and welcome to the stream. It's been a couple weeks, I apologize, but this is Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. When we last left off, we were just beating a couple of the stages, and we're about to move on. So, we got through about most of the worlds here. We learned how to swim. We have to learn how to climb in order to continue. So, in order to continue, we're gonna go over here. There's a boss that we haven't fought yet, I believe. And there's some, yeah, Crush's dungeon.
Nice
Speedway. We already finished that. Okay, was it this way? Did I go the wrong way? Yes, I did. So I actually finished this on my personal profile, and I started Year of the Dragon, which I hadn't really gotten into. But so far, I am loving it. I don't know why I didn't play it. It's a very good game. Okay, here we go.
Well done.
So there's only really 3 bosses in this game.
Before you get to the castle dungeon, Spyro, I thought that you might want to know how Ripto and his monsters arrived in Avalar. You see, last week in the winter tundra, the professor was working on some new super portal technology.
There, that's the last orb in place. Now let's see. All we need are some coordinates.
Yeah? How about 22475? That's my birthday.
No, Hunter, don't!
What?
Get off me, you useless buffoons! Why can't either of you? Where are we? No dragons? Wonderful. Crush, go back and pack my bags. We're moving in. Say hello to your new king.
Professor, shut it down! Hurry!
Oh my, I can't see the switch. I think I've broken my glasses.
Crush, go through the portal, you idiot!
Tell all your friends to take the orbs and scatter them throughout Avalar. Quickly!
Now! Go! Crush, get the orbs now! Now, you despicable little creature! I'll kill you!
This is bad news for Avalar. Hunter, why didn't you chase him?
Yeah. I, would have gone after him, but didn't he say something about not liking dragons?
Professor, could we catch a dragon to help us?
Yes, I think so. We'll need a world that has an alignment much better suited to intercepting one of these creatures. How about Glimmer?
Okay, so that was how Ripto got there. Little interesting backstory. And this is the first boss. It's Crush. And trying to remember what the achievement was for this one. Oh, it's for not using fodder. So basically, fodder is the expendable enemies that you can kill to get health back. So he's not too tough of a boss. Basically, all you have to do is he will go into these portals, which will give him a power-up, either a fire power-up or a shockwave. And then you dodge those until he runs between them, because you can't hurt him while he's in there. You can't really hurt him at all, but once you attack him, he'll basically attack the ground. And if you can do this without getting hit, you'll get a skill point. And if you're having trouble, you can always come back later, because once we get 100%, we'll get a super power up. Alright, there we go. Skill point, and
You may have been able to defeat that simpleton, but golf will be more than a match for you.
Bring it on, Shorty.
Golf, come here now! Destroy him, and make sure it's painful. What? Go! Get me out of here! So long, dragon.
What a wuss.
That Ripto has caused enough damage. All his meddling has cost me a fortune. If it wasn't for Spyro, I'd be bankrupt. Oh, if Ripto were here, I'd give him a piece of my mind. In fact, I'd give him a lot more than that. I was a champion bantamweight boxer at university, and I still know a few moves. Take that! And that! No! Why, you...
so he wasn't kidding. Gulp will be a lot more of a challenge, at least if you want to get the skill point and the achievement. On my personal profile, I tried Gulp, and honestly, there's this annoying loop because you can't get fodder, right? So you can't heal. So if you get hit by him, then well, basically the way Gulp works is you can't attack him directly. You'll have hunter basically come in and drop weaponry. And so you use those weapons to attack Gulp directly. And what happens is if you get down to green health, then the game will stop spawning weapons and start spawning sheep in it.
Legend has it that there is a port. Thanks for.
It's kind of annoying because he'll start dropping sheep. You can't attack them yourself, or else you'll lose out on the achievement. But Gulp will eat the sheep that the hunter spawns, and so he'll regain health. So basically at that point, I would have to stop and... Okay, I get it. I would have to stop and restart, because otherwise Hunter would just constantly keep dropping health in, which was constantly reviving Gulp, and you really can't do anything to stop it. So my advice is learn the patterns and don't get hit, otherwise it's going to be a tough challenge. And it's kind of easy to get hit accidentally. I mean, there are times when he'll be chasing me, because the first part he'll chase you and then I'll think I've gotten out of the way. Nope, just barely enough to get hit. And then next he'll shoot these lasers, and then eventually he'll start picking up weapons that are meant for you.
Well, well. I bet a rich dragon like you.
So yeah, we now know how to climb. And if you guys are in the same boat as me and you don't like money bags very much, just give it time. The third game especially. So now that we've done that, we can go back and we can complete all of these other worlds. So let's go ahead and go to Glimmer. Oh, hi Death Knocking. How's it going? It's a very fun game. I hope that you enjoy it. Christmas is coming up sooner than I'd like to admit. So, basically, this has a Metroidvania kind of style, where you have to learn new moves in order to complete worlds. And there's always at least one or two worlds in each hub that you can't access until you learn a new move from another hub. So for example, we just learned how to swim earlier, which allowed us to access more of the hub and get more of the treasure. It also gave us access to a bunch of new worlds. We just went to a new hub and learned how to climb. So that means we can finish these 3 worlds. But there's also one last move we'll learn in the last hub, and we'll need it to complete stuff in the new world that we're going to. So now we can go up there, but right now we can't really do anything until we get to... So there we go. And we're basically only missing a little bit of gems and an orb.
Hey, great!
So there's some gems. The orb is right here. Basically, we just have to hit all of these. And there's no real achievement or trophy tied to this, like the last time. It's just make sure that you hit all 6, and just like that.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro.
So Death Knocking, are you excited for this game?
Somebody mix this orb.
So there we go, there's the last orb of this game. Not this game, sorry, this level. That would be bad if that was this game. It's like, hey, congratulations, you're done. We decided to stop the remake right here. So, here we go. We're missing some other gems. Okay. Are they up there? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Done. So now we can go back to Summer Forest. Cool. Glad to hear it, Death Knocking. I hope you enjoy this game. It's very fun. I've been playing it since it came out in November, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm still finding little secrets. It's definitely a great game. So, we're going back to the other hub world, the first one. Okay, so I guess I missed some down here. Personally, there's always a few gems that I miss. Especially in when I know I can't get 100%. I tend to mentally forget about certain ones. Just get in a pattern of, hey, I'll come back to that. Yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. It's, like I said, I've been having a lot of fun with it. There are a lot of new games that have come out, and I still find myself coming back to Spyro. Then again, I always really liked this one on PS1. Okay, so here we go. Continuing on, there's a ladder over near here. Right here. And up here should be gems and the last orb. Okay, so apparently I missed more orbs than I thought. There's another one. There it is. Cool. So this world is now 100% done. And we really didn't do much in this world just because I knew that we couldn't really do a whole lot. So let's go ahead and go back. We'll basically do the level pretty much from the start. That's one thing about Rito's Rage, is that it starts you off at the beginning every time that you return. They've kind of fixed that in Year of the Dragon, but they also changed it. It's not as story driven. There's a lot of story as far as the main story goes, though.
Hi, Spot.
So if you guys weren't here for the last stream, thank you for the follow, Death Knocking. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry, I haven't set up my stream notifications quite yet. I gotta remember to do that. I said that last time on stream. I had them set up on my other profile. Then after the stream, I disabled them without really changing it to show up again. Sorry about that, but thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, these guys have double hits. And this achievement slash trophy is for a mission that we will get once we climb. Now remember these boxes. There are 6 of them. And once we get the Super Flame power up, we'll need to come back and destroy all of them. So as you can see, this level has a lot of climbing. And a lot of climbing areas. This is not the only one. In fact, using your climbing ability, you can now skip half the level. Kind of. You still have to bring these turtles to the end. Come on. Ah, quit whining, turtles. One day you'll grow up into Pizza Lovin' Sewer Mutants. Okay, so that guy basically asks you to destroy the boxes. And in order to do that, we need the Super Flame power up. In order to do that, we have to have 11 enemies defeated. There's one. And Ripto's Rage is really the only one of the 3 to follow that system. For some reason, they took it out of. I get it. Oh, he broke my power up. Ripto's Rage is pretty much the only one that featured this system. Unfortunately, oh, there's 7 boxes. Sorry. Unfortunately, when the Year of the Dragon came out, they went back to the Spyro one way of treasure. So I guess it's in a way kind of cool, but in a way it's also it was a unique system. Make sure you get that too. Might as well get some treasure while we're here. There's that. There's another one over there, but I don't think we can make it, so let's go back and get the power up. Oh, there's another one that we missed. Okay. And they're all relatively close because the Super Flame power-up ends kind of quickly. And we'll come back for that, but I just want to make sure that we get this box. Now again, if you have the Super Flame power-up, you can use your fire breath underwater, but if not, then you basically can't. So now that we can climb, we can glide over there. Got one. No. Oh man. Okay. Well. Good to remember. Okay. Hidden alcove treasure. Nice. There is one more box, and by completing this mission, you will effectively teleport right back here to get the orb, so let's not go too far. Okay, come on, man. You gotta work with me, Spyro. Oh, that's right. It's still in the water. It's right there. But yeah, see, if you try, you just blow up bubbles. Which is weird because later in the universe, it's discussed that it's canon that Spyro can breathe different types of breath. but I can't remember if that was canon in the original universe or if that was just a new Legend of Spyro thing. They're both pretty fun games. Legend of Spyro reboots it to be more story-based. There we go. Got it.
Please take this sacred.
The sacred thingamajig. Always nice to have a new thingamajig or what's a who's it. Alright, so there's one that we missed. We couldn't really get it. I mean, you could have probably aimed the fireball towards it and gotten it eventually, but I figure if we gotta come back anyway, we might as well. Now this poor turtle. Nope. We gotta help baby Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo.
Thank you, young.
Alright, so we got the talisman. Now, here is where the other two orbs are.
Your turtle friends will make a very good soup.
And this is where the achievement is. It says trophy. So basically what you have to do in order to get it is you have to basically charge them. You cannot flame them. But you have to save them from getting in the soup. For some reason they think it's okay. By ramming them into the water. I don't know if they think it's just like, oh, there's home. So that's the first one's very, very easy. But there's also a hard version. And that's where the second orb comes in. And as long as you're careful and you keep an eye out, it's not too difficult. Come on, man. You were there. Of course, now that I say that, it's probably going to throw the loop. Because, you know, as soon as you say something's easy, then it suddenly becomes not easy. It doesn't matter if you've done it 100 times. That's going to be the time you screw up. There's also a few things called like streamer's luck, I guess you could say, where no matter how many times you've practiced, no matter how many times you've done it, once you do it on stream, then you're pretty much guaranteed not to get it. It's kind of a running joke with streamers. Come on. That was a close one. And there we go. I was gonna say, where is the achievement? How about every turtle? Something. Cool. Yeah, is there more? Is there another one? I'm trying to remember. That was a close one. That was a close one. So I am missing a ton of orbs. gems I need. I've got all the orbs. Over there. Up there. I gotta remember how to get up there. Ah. No. Ah, that's right. Okay. We got it. Did I get that 10? No, I did not. Alright. Let me glide over here. And this will be the last world we revisit. Okay. 1, 2. Is there more? Okay. Don't worry, eventually I will start playing for real. I'm just kidding. More there? Is that what it's saying? Or is it actually where we were at? It's an old gamer's trick, by the way. I'm sure a lot of you have done that. Where you're with your friends and you're playing and you're not doing well and, you know, nothing's going wrong. You're just not as good as you think you should be. And of course, you can't admit that to your friends. So you'll start playing for real eventually. Ah, okay. Was there gems in the water here? Yes, there was. There we go, finally. Let's see here. So that world is done. Now we can return home and it'll give us all of our treasure that we just completed. Actually, we already got it. Okay, so next we are going to go to the new world. We're going to explore some more. I don't think we can finish the new world quite yet. But actually, you know what? I think we can. I think there's only a couple of worlds that we can't complete yet. Including one which we need the achievement for. Now, if you go ahead and get all of the skill points, you unlock Art Gallery. So far, we've gotten a lot of them. So, for example, we need to get 100, 110 in Ocean Speedway at some point. I haven't done that yet. So hopefully we can go back and we can get that. There are going to be a couple of ones that are somewhat tough. For example, there is one world where we will get a supercharged platform. There's a lot of quick-paced jumping involved. In order to get the full skill point, you have to do 5 laps on it. Now this world is very unique because there's a lot of tricky places, a lot of hidden paths. The achievement for this one, is it an achievement or is it a skill point?
I can let you into... No.
Sure. Just go ahead and gouge me all you want, moneybags. It won't come back to haunt you, don't worry. But, yeah, so there's some tricky places here. Especially if you want to get all the gems. Like, for example, doesn't this wall look a little odd? There we go. Hidden areas. And, of course, you're going to need this to get 100%. There's a lot of treasure up here. And trust me, there is one more reason that we need to be up here. So here's more treasure. Now, be careful, pay somewhat close attention. You see that platform over there? That's where we gotta go. Now we can actually get to the lower platform from the walls of the castle, but that is how you get that. Okay, so it was the achievement. And now that we're on the castle walls, there's some gems up here, as well as an orb. So there might not be gems. I know there's definitely something up here that we need. Oh yes, there's gems. And another hidden orb. And there we go. Those are the 2 tricky orbs of this world. Keep those in mind if you are playing along at home. I very much hope you are, because it is definitely worth it. I know I've said that like 8 times already, but it's true. I honestly was kind of skeptical at first because there was a lot of bad press prior to release. I pre-ordered this back pretty much when it was announced, and then they said that the physical disc won't have all the games on it, just the first one, and then that debacle, and they delayed it, and oh man, had me worried for a second, but trust me, I have had a lot of fun with this. This has been, you know, like I said, I've played this pretty much since release. I'm still having a ton of fun with it. I've definitely gotten other games that have been released since. I got Fallout 76. I don't want to get too much into that debacle, but I will say that I'm not disliking the game as much as everybody else. And I figure they're probably going to patch it to the point where there's probably going to be an almost unrecognizable by the end of its life. More money. How did you just teleport? I just saw you. Screw that. I don't want to pay for the portal, pay to see how you teleport. Because that's insane. Alright, so we got all the treasure. We still can't teleport like moneybags, but I guess that's a trade secret that he's holding on to. Not enough gems in all of this area. All the worlds. Dragon Shores or Avalar. Maybe even the Forgotten Realms. Now Scorch is a level that seems like it would be a boss, doesn't it? When I was replaying this, I was trying to remember if it even was a boss. I'm like, okay. Crystal Glacier. This is a fun world. So we basically have to
Spyro, the ice whip.
unfreeze these guys so that they'll get on that and basically launch us. Now for the trophy / achievement, this is, I know on PlayStation it's buggy. I'm not sure about on Xbox, but I know on PlayStation it is buggy for sure. Basically, what it is you have, there's going to be a spot where we will get a super flame / flight power up. There are dual power ups in this game. And we have to fly through a course and free, attack and destroy these monsters. There's 16 of them. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to, do it all in one go according to the achievement / trophy. The thing is, you don't have to. You can actually keep flying through it and it'll count as long as you don't land. Now those guys will basically form a bridge. I don't know why I just did that. I know it's steel. I can't flame it unless I have a super flame pot. Now see that? That is part of the course. And those jerks tried to attack me when I was showing you. How could they? Don't they know? It's important. You guys are important. Don't interrupt me. Oh boy, it's always great to see money bags when you're exploring a level, isn't it? What the heck? Oh, you. You. Dinkelberg.
Hello there, Spyro.
I would just love to do that instead. He protects his money bag first, of course. Alright. Where did you come from? Knowing this place, probably Alaska. Ooh, ooh, come on. Nope. Oop, fell on the course. Whoops. Okay, good thing it was the end of the course. Alright. So I can't do it yet. How do I get back up? I Don't know if I can. I might have just shot myself in the foot. Might as well get the gems though while we're down here. Because we're going to be flying through it. There we go. Intentionally kill ourselves to get back up there. Because unfortunately I'm not sure where we last saved. All the way back there. Oh well. There's got to be a way to get back up. But I'm sure it involves attacking those creatures. But if you want the achievements, now was there a skill point? No, there was not. Sorry guys, on my playthrough, my personal playthrough, I didn't get all the skill points. I'm still going back and having to go get them, which I'm definitely going to do before I record my run-through for YouTube. I am not only live streaming these games, but also recording them as walkthroughs, so if you have trouble with this game, feel free to go to my YouTube channel, which is Jerry Martin Gaming. I've already recorded Spyro 1 in its entirety, broken up into 35 parts, one for each level. So if you're having trouble with Spyro 1, feel free to check that out. You can also see in my past broadcasts, unless you're on Mixer, which you probably erased already, I had live streamed Spyro 1 as well. So if you're having trouble with that, and you'd rather see like a live commentated version, there's that. It's on my YouTube, my second YouTube channel, Jerry Martin Live Streams. And my Twitch channel. Okay, new talisman. But yes, I do record lots of video walkthroughs on my YouTube. It's one of the things that I enjoy. My main focus has been Mega Man and Mario, pretty much. I basically play what I want to, and then when I'm done, I record a walkthrough for it. Or in like the case of Mario, where I've played it so many times. So this guy asked you to bring back a snow leopard. And it's right there. Unfortunately, it wants to run away from you. So in order to get it to trust you, all we have to do is follow it, and eventually what it will do is it'll go to the pond and it'll want to fish. And so we'll see, like such. Let me flame the fish. Oh, come on, Spyro. We got over this swimming difficulties in Spyro 2. That was such a pain in the butt in Spyro 1. You can't swim. So yeah, I'm eventually going to get to recording this. I just want to make sure that basically, I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing before I do so. So now we fed it enough fish, it will follow us. Yeah. For the most part, I usually record or do practice runs offline. but I'm enjoying this game very much. Want to stream it, so
Found
hope you're enjoying it
George.
too.
I'm so glad he's safe. Yeah, I'll be sure.
So there's the first orb. Yep, the only other orb is down, about down here. That is death. Death is down there. Be careful. You do not like death. We do not like death. So, anyway, run across here, and I showed you where the main, the last part is, as well as the achievement. So let's go ahead and go back there. Now, forgive me, I might take a few tries on this.
Caves, but now they're infested. Great.
I'm gonna try not to, but man. The only annoying thing is if you do miss them, they respawn. Like I said, so I apologize. It might take me a few tries. I might just restart anyway, because they're gonna constantly respawn. Yeah. Sorry about that. This part is probably the more... This and Gulp
Great.
are going to be the two parts where I might struggle. Fact, you might be unlucky enough that they respawn before you're even done. Like such. Oh, come on. Alright. I almost had that one. Almost. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying. This game is a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying watching me suck at this game live. Now, that's another thing. If you're going for the trophy on the PlayStation, if you hit the walls, it might not count. So if you do, you rest off just killing yourself. If you want to, you can actually use the 99 lives code. It does not disable achievements or trophies. So if you're struggling, and you're just like, man, I only have 2 lives left. And you just, you know, need more lives to just, like I'm doing, restarting. Hello, Todd Rico. How are you today? I hope you are enjoying. Welcome. Unfortunately, this part is the tough part. Since I'm trying to go for the achievements. So, you can constantly go back here. Be careful, they do respawn. As you see, my number is constantly going back down. kind of sucking at it. So let's just restart again. Because eventually they're just going to keep respawning to the point where I'll do the run and I'll miss a few. There we go. I missed one already. Oh well. Missed two. That one respawns pretty quickly. Okay, so where's the last two? Man. Come on, man. Oh, now there's the thing. Now I notice it. Alright. Landing it on the hopefully it's not screwing that up. Like I said, I know on PlayStation this trophy is quite glitchy. But I don't know about Xbox, so.
You have saved us
Nope.
all from a grisly fate. Please accept this orb as a small token.
That's a rare achievement, huh? Cool. It probably won't be in a little while, but alright, this level is complete 100%. It took me a lot less time than I thought for that Draclet. Like I said, that is probably one of the major points that I have trouble with still. So I apologize. Okay, next level. And yes, once I'm done with this, I do plan to do Spyro 3. It is a very fun game. Like I've mentioned, Spyro 3 is not one that I actually got to play much growing up. My cousin loved it. I unfortunately did not have the chance to play it much. So this one, Catbat Quartet and All Cacti. So the Catbat Quartet, I'm going to have to figure out. Might have to come back to that one. But the All Cacti, hopefully we can get. But yes, this one's still my favorite of the three. Number 3 is very good. Number 3 actually introduces the ability to play as other characters.
Hey,
So, I don't know why I thought using fire would. What the heck just happened? What was that? What's the achievement? Actually, you know what? If I remember correctly, cat, backport cat. There's an area that we could go to get that. We might have to table that business term. So, me and my real life best friend, he's a YouTuber as well as a streamer. We are in the midst of planning something new. So stay tuned for that.
Our village is being overrun by lava lizards. Can you get...
Okay. Now this one's somewhat tough. At least the second version. You basically have to attack these guys before. I definitely screwed that one up because I don't know where the left. Oh, right there.
Well done.
Okay, cool. Didn't screw it up. Like a boss.
It looks like more lizard eggs are
Not
dropping.
really. There's plenty of bosses who screw up. Just ask Michael Scott. Now this one's a little tougher. Because these guys spawn in a weird order. And they spawn quick. And they run quick. So I might have already lost. Yep, I lost. You gotta be really quick with this. Come on, man. Where is it? Hello. Barely got that one.
For helping us again.
What was it? Let's see here. Colossus, charge a goat. Don't take damage from the lava. Okay, that's what it was. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe that's just regular lava. And not like that. Why is a fireball hurting? That's what I want to know. Now this is an interesting quest. You're basically collecting the bones of a guy's friend so that you can reanimate him. Now, like Spyro 1 Remake, you can get the achievement for no damage by rushing to the end. As long as you don't take lava damage, as soon as you get to that end goal, then the achievement will pop. So yeah, just a heads up. If you want that achievement, you do not have to actually... Oh, that was a close one. That was really close. A little too close for my taste. That's, I think, where I failed at the first time. When I played it on my own. Just because... he caught me off guard. Oop, missed both of them. That wasn't very good. Now, the end is over that way, I believe. You know, I probably should have remembered about the cacti. Let's see. Was there any over here? None up there. And now we can actually use this to run across lava. This one. Okay. It's okay. We'll get them. I just gotta remember where they are. That's the hardest part. There are a couple that are hidden. Now, in order to get to the next area, you go up there, and there's where the friend gives us his mission to collect his friend's bones. There's the exit.
Excellent. You made it through.
And hopefully the lava. Did I hit the lava at some point? I don't remember it. Nope. Now this is a unique thing that's new to Spyro 2. It is also in Spyro 3. That is the question mark pot. And at this point we can actually get hit by the lava, so if you were holding out going to the new areas like I was, just in case, you can now safely do so. So that pot basically, where is it? It teleports throughout the level. Different area. Did I mess it up already? Or am I just not in the right area? Basically what it'll teleport through the level, and every time you gotta find it, hit it until it returns to basically the beginning of the level. Seems to be the trend. And once that happens, did I miss that? Oop. Okay, so I already hit the lava, so that would have failed the mission if we hadn't already gotten it. That's strange. I could have sworn it was in this cave. Maybe it's in a different one. So basically this simply put makes you invulnerable while it lasts. Let's go up here. You have to have the invulnerability or you will pretty much burn yourself. There it is. And now it goes back to near the beginning. And our invulnerability's gone. Great. Thanks, game. Every time there's a cutscene, it takes away your power up. That's okay. I'll just destroy myself on the lava anyway. Why not? There we go. Perfect. There's 5 of 8. Now I don't remember if these reset when you die or not. I don't think they do, but Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure right now. There's a nice little backup just in case. I know that the pot for sure does. So if you are in the middle of teleporting that pot, it's gonna... Okay. And the cacti respawn too. So that's fine. No worries. Nope, the bones do not respawn. Unless you haven't saved since you got one, which... Actually, I didn't get that one. Never mind. Okay. So there we go. There's that one. Now we gotta go back. And that cutscene is... Now we can, let's go ahead and just get that pot out of the way. It's a lot of gems, might as well. And it'll give us an idea of what this concept is. We'll go back, we'll get those, wait, maybe the cacti don't respawn. There we go. There's that. Okay. Now for that one. That is a pretty sky. Always been a fan of like the twilight hours. And there was hidden gems back there. Good thing we came back.
Hey, Dragon.
I got it. Don't worry, I already completed that mission. There's a way over there. I know there is, but I think it's on the other side. I forgot to explore over here to see if there's cacti over here. Might as well. We're over here anyway. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so that prairie saves us. Keep going. Now we can actually go up here. Get these gems. I know there's a way to get over on the other side. Oh, that's right, that's right. And that's how we get over there. And why do I keep doing it? Like a moron. So that's a new little tactic. I showed it off last time we were here. In Spyro 2 and 3, You can do this kind of flourish at the end of your jump by pushing Y or triangle if you're on the PlayStation. Man, I was just about to get some gems too. And now his dead friend comes back to life and dances for us. And that was such a hit that that guy comes back in Spyro 3. But we'll get there eventually. Okay, so we got that over there. There's that gem. That's a 25er. Nice. And there's the quartet. I just don't know what you know what we're doing here. Yes, that's what it was. Cool. So we got both skill points and the achievement. The only thing left to unlock is the last couple gems, which are probably all of these right here. There's a 5er, a 2, a 1, 1, 1. And that means that we are missing a 2. Which fell off. Nice. Level complete. And we are only missing the 110 skill point in order to unlock a new page in the art gallery. But what I'm thinking is that we continue playing, and eventually we'll get back to it near the end of the game. We'll wrap up some skill points, whatever ones that we don't have, because I think the other speedways have a timer too. And like the other speedway, that one has a hidden mission. Okay, so 2 down. Breeze Harbor. Now, if you are on Xbox like I am, there's it's really fun. It's a little weird though, playing it on Xbox and not PlayStation. But at least Xbox got it. I'm very happy that. Now this one. Okay. Unfortunately, this got canceled for the PC. But I am holding out hope that this game will eventually just come out for that platform and for the Switch, because this game would suit the Switch very well. All they'd have to do is take out some of the high-res textures and lower them down a little bit.
Please excuse the mess. If you could stoke up the fires under the boilers, I'm sure.
Got it. So there's that. And that powers this right here, so I'll let it continue. Just trying to remember how this game works. Sorry, this stage. I remember correctly, you have to shoot them. That's right, you do. Now this one has a minecart. And if you play Donkey Kong Country, you know how fun those are. Did I get 3? No, I didn't. There we go. Over here, might as well get that. Now there was a cannon that is easier to shoot those from, so if you don't want to do that, then you don't have to. But me, I'd like to get them out of the way. There we go. Now that, I think we have to wait. How do we get up there? Or do we get up there? I don't know if we do. I don't think we do. Alright, moving on. Now that we've raised the water. And that's one thing about the Spyro games. After the first one, always make sure that you swim underwater and check to make sure that there's no treasure. Because there is always hidden treasure underwater. Pretty much, if you can swim into it, if you can dive down deep into it, then there will be treasure down there. It's almost guaranteed. I got it. So we got the 2 that are over here. We're still missing a few. But it's okay. Ah. So each one of these boilers does something different. Eventually it will unlock the main goal, which is pretty much just oh man, split second too late. Split second too late again. You can just probably do this too. Yep. There's the other 2 right there.
Thanks.
There's that orb. Now there's going to be a tougher orb in the minecart challenge, and I believe the achievement is tied to it, so just a heads up there. Almost fell off there. The objective is to ride the airship. I just ran at him without hitting him. That is a jump power-up, which we saw earlier in the game. So let's go ahead and grab these gems. I don't know, there's just something about collecting bots that I really enjoy. Is that enough enemies? Nope, it wasn't. Okay. Now that's one thing I did enjoy about this one a little bit more than Spyro 1 is that there are a lot less of these running enemies. That was somewhat of an annoyance to me, was chasing the egg thieves. But they do return in Spyro 3, so just a heads up, don't get too comfortable yet. Okay, so there's a gem that we missed. There's another bunch of gems that we haven't gotten to yet. Here's the talisman. And we can exit now, but we have a couple more things to do. Mainly up here.
How lucky for me that you came along.
First, let's do this part. And if you go up here, you kind of have to now there is a second part to this later on. Keep that in mind. If you're having trouble with it, just use the D-pad. It's a lot easier. I forgot you have to shoot those things. Oh, we will. There we go. Just like that. Now be careful because they don't always drop TNT right there. Sometimes they drop boxes. And if that's the case, then you have to jump over them. You can't just shoot. So always keep an eye out. So like so. I pushed, come on, man. No worries. Now you will have to kind of do each path several times just because of the way this game works. There are multiple paths. Like right there, we're gonna have to do that part twice so we can take the other path. Now we don't have to go back to the right unless we screw this up, and I really hope we don't. There we go. Now, this is tricky. There we go.
That was great work, Spyro. Now I can start fixing.
Don't crash the trolley. Sorry, game. I crashed the trolley. I know you didn't think I did because I restarted the challenge when I crashed the trolley. But yeah, so don't be afraid of that achievement. That doesn't mean you can't ever crash the trolley. It just means that you have to complete the run. Ah, I see. I forgot to get those over there. Oh well. Let's go ahead and head over. I think that was actually because of the one second, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, so that's 100%. And we are done. Next level. Yeah, very fun game. They're very faithful to the original port as well. Apparently, what I was reading, they would take the original games because they did not have the source code, which is even more impressive in my opinion. And they remade it from scratch. And they used a special made emulator with the original games to determine things like height map, speed, stuff that normally when we play we don't care about. But it showed them precisely how high Spyro was, precisely how high he jumps, how far he glides, and other little nuances, so that they could very accurately recreate the original games. And that to me is pretty impressive. And so far, it is a huge game. I don't know why it's probably uncompressed, but oh, this one. Okay. This one I remember getting stuck on for a second, but hopefully I won't, because I think I remember this one pretty well. The achievement for this one, / trophy if you're playing PlayStation obviously, is for shooting a particular enemy with a cannon, and you'll see what I mean when you get there. Now those guys, from what I understand, and it did it to me too on my personal run, they just float there. You can probably kill them with a cannon if you wanted to, but not really. Oh, never mind. I guess it was just my mistake. I was wrong. Maybe I just didn't go back. Okay, disregard what I just said. That was not correct. So here we go. We can wait for just a second. Oh, that's right. We need to shoot that with the cannon. Okay. But yes, collectathons are some of my favorites. I do love collectathons. I like Jak and Daxter. We played that on stream. Never completed it, unfortunately. So there's the guy that we got to shoot with a cannon. And unfortunately, we can't get that guy with the cannon yet. Later on, we will. There's going to be one that's a little bit more open. So just keep that in mind. You can't really, even if you aim correctly, you'll hit the ceiling. He's in a very peculiar spot. check and see. Is there a skill point? No, there is none. I've got to check and see if there's a skill point for the other level. Nope. There are skill points for all of the speedways for completing under a certain time. For Gulp's Outlook, which is the boss fight. That's tough. We're probably not going to get that. I'm going to hopefully get it, but Ripto we're going to have to come back for, because my main goal for that one is taking as little damage as possible. Fracture Hills. That one is going to be the one I told you about earlier, where we have to do 3 laps. I thought it was 5. 3 laps of supercharge, but it's very tricky jumps, so... We'll come back to that. So for the most part, the skill points are going to be reserved for bosses from here on out, except for a couple here and there. Alright, now here's where we can get the achievement. So we shoot that. Hit it. There we go, there's that guy. Not cannon. Sounds almost like a shot cannon, that's kind of grody. This is an Earthworm Jim we're playing. Earthworm Jim did get a remake though. That game was fun. It was the more fun things I remember is that it added multiplayer. And a good friend of mine, Baird, who I had on the channel before. In fact, he was one of the first live streams that we did. We actually played with him, and he is a huge Earthworm Jim fan. I don't know, I'm trying to shoot that guy. It's pretty much not worth it. But we played 4-player Earthworm Jim, and that was like a dream come true to him. And it was really fun for me too. Why? I don't know why I spaced that out so much. But we gotta shoot that door. There we go. And that blows up the entire trunk. And then in there should be the guy with a talisman. Somehow he survived. We need to take him back to the lab and figure out how he's resistant to explosives.
What an explosion!
Oh, he had a helmet on. If only it worked like that. Okay, so... that door is not for anything in particular. I think it's just decoration, so don't worry about it. Yeah, lots of stuff in this area. Might as well start working towards this one. Basically, he lost.
My name is Little Bo Peep.
His cowpecks. And our goal is to get them in the pen. Now there's 3 right here. There's 2 kind of in the crazy enough. It's 2 up. We can't get to it really yet. But once we get to those 2, he'll ask us to get to the last 2, which are in a precarious position. There's 3. So now we gotta climb up here. Actually, no. We don't. These are the hard ones, if I remember correctly. Come on, man. And here's another one of those fun teleporting gem pops. Okay, so you need to go up there. Come on, man. Don't hover. Don't hover near the edge. These are the special ones. These are the ones that got... You're not supposed to do until after. But that's okay. I guess we'll get them now. Because there's 2 more in the other area. And I don't know why I was thinking this was the other area, but it's not. Oh, come on, dude. You want to hover near the edge. This way. Don't hover near the edge. So there's 4 and there's 5. And this next bit won't make sense anymore because those were the 2 that he supposedly hadn't seen for weeks or days. But we got them. So let's go ahead and get the 2 easy ones now. Well, actually, semi-easy. Or were these the tough ones? No, I think these were the easy ones. Okay. Because we don't need super flame. Now, the tough part of this right here, though, is making sure that they get over there. The other one's over here. And then we'll actually come back to this part for a second gem. Actually, I think there's 2 gems over here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, don't fall off. There we go. That's a good cowlick. There's here. Come on. Don't fall off. Yeah, there's 2. No, maybe there's only 1. Basically, the goal is to plant these seeds. Poor guys. They're gonna be flame broiled by the time I get them back. So, interesting story, kind of. So I went to start the stream this morning, and I was kind of freaking out a little. Because I plugged in my Xbox to the Elgato, and there's no signal. So I thought it was the Elgato because recently I was going to stream Super Mario Sunshine, but I couldn't get my GameCube, actually technically my Wii component cables to work. It wouldn't show an input. So I thought, okay, well maybe the Elgato's broken. So I plug in my HDMI cord, the default one that I have hooked up to the TV, and that doesn't work either. So I was really freaking out. I'm like, did my Xbox break? What's going on? And then for some reason I forgot that the Xbox has 2 HDMI inputs. So I was plugging it into the HDMI in slot, which, if you guys know, Xbox One originally intended to be an all-in-one system that allowed you to plug your cable box and other media into it directly so that you can record and basically use it as a DVR. And so unfortunately I was plugging in an HDMI slot into the in port, so the Xbox was on, and it was just like, okay, I've got all this video signal coming in, what do you want me to do? So yeah, I felt silly on that one. So basically our goal is to grow these seeds, and we're gonna have to kind of, it's kind of annoying the way they set it up, because they're gonna have it so that we can basically get the next seed, jump down, start from the beginning. Get the next seed, jump down, plant, and start from the beginning. And we're gonna have to do that like 3 or 4 times until we get to the end. But it will unlock. Actually, let me try something. Because you might be able to just do that. And yes, you can. So yes, now I'm silly again.
Well done, on, my boy.
Alright. There's one. We still need to get to Juliet. Okay, there's no getting around this one. Actually, I should have done it this way in the first place. Come on, man. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's right. No, man, come on. I did it wrong again. Oh well. So what we'll do is look at this. And now, as long as I don't screw it up.
Romeo!
And there we go. Now all that's really left is that pot, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Now, where was it? That's right. There it is. Oh, here they grab it. Okay, cool. One less thing to worry about. Goes up there. And then there should be one more right at the beginning. Perfect. And apparently I was missing more than just a pot. So let's... Oh. There they are. All done. Sweet. So now we just gotta get back to the exit. And I think, guys, I will only have time for one more stage. And then I have to get going. But I really appreciate you guys checking this out. I got a lot of great people watching. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed streaming. But we'll definitely be back to finish Spyro 2 soon. I don't know why I was trying to talk to him. That's kind of weird. I will say this too. It's been really fun. We've been playing Skyrim again. And Skyrim is a game that I very much enjoy. I didn't get to play much when it first came out, so I'm glad to be able to replay it. Let's do the Speedway. But I'm a big fan of the Elder Scrolls series. Huge fan of the Elder Scrolls series. Ever since Morrowind, I've really loved it. And then when going back and re-experiencing Arena and Daggerfall, they're very outdated, but Daggerfall is really good. If you can get past the crashing and the archaic gameplay, you will definitely have a blast in that game. There's a lot of stuff in that game. Seriously. But yes, I know our Daggerfall is very archaic, but it's definitely becoming one of my favorites in the series. Just a fair warning, though. There is quite a bit of adult situations in that. Just a heads up. Man, I was only missing one. I know where it was, too. I just was looking for a way to get over there. Now, what's interesting is if you are playing Spyro 3, they do the speedways in a different way. Rather than giving you a whole bunch of basically a starting time and an ending time, and you get extra time as you complete objectives, they give you one straight start time. Oh man, I think I went the wrong way. And so you don't get additional objectives or bonus time for completing objectives like in Spyro 1 and 2. So you basically, in a sense, have a certain time limit for your speedway run. So just keep that in mind. Cool. So, like before, there is a hidden hunter. And we did not get the speed point. There. Actually, wait. Yes, there is. Under 115. Okay, where is Hunter at? Trying to remember. Well, we might as well get these guys first, because those guys are sitting on the switches, so that's why I go for those guys first. Otherwise you are not going to be able to really complete the arches. And eventually I'm gonna come back and replay that as well. I'm missing one. remember he was hitting. Ah.
We've been having a crime.
Never mind, it's not Hunter I'm looking for. Hunter's from 3. I don't know why. And of course, just like the first one, Hunter takes the most obscure path. Now be careful because these ones will drop at any random point. Oh, might as well retry that one.
It looks.
Unfortunately, he can't really stay consistent, so we just kind of be very mindful of where these things are getting dropped. Ah, man. Tricky. One left. Cool. Got it.
You.
Alright, so that is 100% complete for that level. We just gotta get the skill point. But that will wrap up this stream. I want to thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all the support. I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed the stream. I'm still having a ton of fun with this game, and I'll definitely be back to replay this and finish it off 100%, because unlike Spyro's 1, it only goes to 100%. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next stream, which please watch my Twitter, or yes, my Twitter at JerryMGaming to stay notified of